In today's Big Eye, Richard Branson's Poseidon adventure. He's getting ready to explore the deepest depths of the ocean, and he's doing it in this. Yes, take a look at that. It's a submarine that almost looks like a plane. Branson told our Poppy Harlow about his plans.
So, Richard, you have sort of conquered the air, you have conquered so many things, and now you are working to conquer sort of the deepest depths of the ocean in honestly what looks like a plane to me behind us, but this is a deep, deep water submarine. What is this all about?
Well, what it's all about is that our oceans haven't been explored. The furthest American submarines or British submarines or French submarines have been under the sea is about 18,000 feet. And because the pressure is so enormous below that, they've never built a submarine to go deeper. We've built this submarine with the aim of going 36,000 foot under the water and to explore mountains and valleys and trenches that mankind has never visited and never seen before.
What's the goal of this? I mean, is this going to turn into a commercial endeavor, sort of like galactic, like your airline? Will you be touring people in depths below the surface of the ocean, or is this purely scientific, purely sort of explorational?
Well, our dream is that if this is successful, if we can withstand 1,500 times the pressure that an aeroplane has to withstand at 36,000 feet, then we one day will build a bigger craft, and we'll have astronauts, no, not astronauts, we'll have aquanauts, traveling with us to the bottom of the oceans to help map out the oceans. And there's something like 90% of the species in the world have not been discovered, and because they've never had a craft that could go below 18,000 feet. So we hope to be able to discover, literally numerous species down there. We'll find numerous wrecks. I mean, there are literally thousands of wrecks down there that nobody's ever seen. Lots of Spanish galleons with lots of gold. But the scientists are frothing at the mouth with excitement with the idea that we might overcome the technological problem of getting a submarine down there. You're
taking this sub to the 5 deepest points in the ocean over the next 2 years, all around the world. Where did this idea come from?
Well, the original idea, interestingly, came from Steve Fawcett before he died. He just wanted to break the record for being the first person to get, a solo dive to the deepest part of the ocean. We've taken his idea, developed the submarine, hopefully overcome all the technical problems that we needed to, and expanded the idea. And working with scientists, we literally want to, explore the Puerto Rican Trench, which is the deepest place in the Atlantic, the Mariana Trench, the deepest place in the Pacific, and the deepest place in the Arctic, the Antarctic, and the Indian Ocean. And some of the life forms that we're going to find down there are going to be breathtaking, and we just have to hope that no giant squid fancies us for dinner.
I want to bring in our Chad Myers now. So Branson is going to some of the deepest places on Earth, at least hoping to get there.
I love this vehicle. It looks like a bottlenose dolphin.
Yeah, you want one, don't you? Every guy wants one of these.
Well, if you think 36,000
See, I see a safety issue, but a guy sees, oh, a cool toy.
Hey, you know what? let me off this planet going, woo, what a ride. And there it is. It's a one-person thing. And you would think, wow, this thing's going 36,000 feet down. There's no way you could get a body in there. But yes, Chris Welch is going to do the first one to the Mariana Trench. Literally 36,000 feet down. 36,201. And not just up and down. Okay, there have been 2 people that have been down to the bottom of that trench. But they went down, they went back up. That's it. These guys are going to be able to fly around there and look around, go up the ridge, literally go up the part that makes all the earthquakes. It makes the ring of fire there in the Mariana Trench, and see what else is there. Then Richard Branson, Sir Branson, is going to go to Puerto Rico. He's going to do the trench here, because his house is right about, I've looked at it, never been in, right about there. Necker Island. He lives in, I think you can rent it for about $35,000.
Okay, so he's sticking close to home on that one.
Yeah, he's going to take that little catamaran and go right there. Then they're going to go, this is going to be 2-year adventure.
Right.
You can't just move this thing back and forth.
He's trying to set some world records here.
Yes, there's Australia, and there's the trench at 26,401. That is south of the India. It's in the Indian Ocean, southern Indian Ocean, southern part of the Indian Ocean. Let's take you back out, take you where we go next. Now, here's the coast here. This is South America, and then all the way down here to the Sandwich Trench. That's 23,000 feet. They don't know what they're going to see down here because no one has ever been down here. Yes, that one trip to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, but nothing has ever been down to this trench, and then farther closer to us, way up to the north. It's not a trench. It's just a deep part of the northern Atlantic Ocean. This is Greenland, although it's white. It's actually, it should be called Iceland because it's covered in ice, but they call it the Greenland. And there it is. There's the Malloy Deep at 18,399. Taking this thing down and flying it around and see what's down there.
I just don't get it. I mean, first of all, I don't understand. First of all, they're not
You don't think this is exciting?
Well, I do think it's very cool. Of course, especially for him. He loves this stuff. But there isn't going to be hardly any communication. And rescue, from what I understand, would be impossible at these depths. So it's risky stuff.
A leak is bad.
A leak is very bad. Really cool, but remember, a leak is really bad. Good advice. Yeah, good to know. All right, Chad, thank you for taking us around the world there. Very cool.